गुड इवनिंग टू ऑल ऑफ यू डियर स्टूडेंट्स। सभी अभ्यर्थीगण को मेरी ओर से शुभ संध्या। इट्स 7:30 एंड इट्स टाइम टू take up some MCQs to discuss some most important expected MCQs with respect to the upcoming prelims examination as well as the next year's prelim examination. अंकु कुमारी गुड इवनिंग, सुमित तिवारी वेरी गुड इवनिंग। सो सभी अभ्यर्थीगण अब थोड़ी ही देर में उपस्थित होना शुरू करेंगे। तो आइए सबसे पहले हम लोग कुछ ऐसे महत्वपूर्ण एमसीक्यू मल्टीपल चॉइस क्वेश्चंस को देखेंगे जो परीक्षा की दृष्टि से काफी महत्वपूर्ण है। प्रिय अभ्यर्थीगण, द कोड ऑफ क्रिमिनल प्रोसीज्योर CRPC provides for the examination of the accused through which of the following tests? किस प्रकार का टेस्ट क्रिमिनल प्रोसीज्योर कोड CRPC के द्वारा प्रोवाइड किया गया है? नंबर 1 ब्लड एंड सीमेंट टेस्ट, 2 DNA profiling, or 3 narco analysis, 4 brain fingerprinting. Select the correct answer code A12, B123, C124 and D1234. अब इसका आंसर क्या होगा? ओके, द कोड ऑफ क्रिमिनल प्रोसीज्योर provides for the examination of the accused through which of the following tests? So the answer should be A. Dear aspirants, 1, 2 should be the answer to this MCQ. 1 और 2 इसका उत्तर होगा ब्लड एंड सीमेंट टेस्ट और DNA profiling. So CRPC provides for examination of the accused by a medical practitioner, which includes examination of blood, semen, swabs in the case of sexual offenses, sputum and sweat, hair samples and fingernail clippings using modern and scientific techniques including DNA profiling. So this is the correct answer. Yes, Somuja, very good evening. So the answer to this question is A. A is the answer. Now question number 2 of the day, CTFS regarding REIT. This question is also very important. Real estate investment trust. Okay, real estate investment trust. We have 3 important statements. REITs are investment vehicles that pool investor money like mutual funds and use it to buy real estate assets. The second statement is REITs can invest in all kinds of income generating properties like residences, offices, hotels, malls, and warehouses. Third, majority of the portfolio of a REIT should be invested in completed and rent generating properties. So which of the above statement is are correct? Now, dear aspirants, in this MCQ, all the 3 statements are correct. So 1, 2, 3 should be the answer. Now, summer solstice. So this is a question from geography segment, CTFS regarding summer solstice. We have 3 statements. During summer solstice, the Earth's axis is tilted. Ispriha ji says good evening and very good evening Ispriha ji. तो समर सोलिस्टिस में क्या होता है? Consider the following statements regarding summer solstice. We have 3 statements. During summer solstice, the Earth's axis is tilted in a way that the North Pole is tipped towards the sun and the South Pole is away from it. Second statement, the amount of incoming energy the Earth received from the sun is higher at the North Pole than the equator. The third statement, summer solstice will bring the earliest sunrise or latest sunset for all the places in the northern hemisphere at the same time. So which of the above statement is are correct? A12, B13, C23 and 1, 2, 3. So Parsuram Kumar ji, very good evening. So dear aspirants, please 1, 2 is the correct answer. Very good, Ispriya ji. Wonderful. Thumbs up. And summer solstice will bring the earliest sunrise or latest sunset for all places. This statement is not correct. Ritik Sharma, very good evening. Somuja, you are also correct. So, summer solstice related, this question is very, very important. Dear aspirants, you all know very well. You have gone through the book, the of NCERT, and there you have read about summer solstice. So, summer solstice is the day with the longest period of daylight. It occurs when the sun is directly over the Tropic of Cancer. Summer solstice occurs when the sun is directly over the Tropic of Cancer. Dear aspirants, or more specifically, right over 23.5 degree north latitude. So, you may put a question, why do we have summer solstice? Dear aspirants, since Earth rotates on its axis, the northern hemisphere gets more direct sunlight between March and September over the course of a day, which also means people living in the northern hemisphere experience summer during this time. The rest of the year, the southern hemisphere gets more sunlight. During the solstice, the earth axis around which the planet spins, completing one turn each day, is tilted in a way that the north pole is tipped towards the sun and the south pole is away from it. So, dear aspirants, you have answered this MCQ correctly. Now, CTFS regarding Open Network for Digital Commerce Project, ONDC. Please note it down if you don't know. Dear aspirants, please note it down in your notebook, ONDC. In Australia, there is winter nowadays. Yes, Isprihaji, great, wonderful. So, consider the following statements regarding Open Network for Digital Commerce, ONDC project. We have two statements. Please concentrate. First statement, ONDC project was announced by the Ministry of Finance to address the issue of digital monopolies on e-commerce platforms. Now, the second statement, it will allow sellers to be discoverable across multiple e-commerce platforms for a wider reach to customers instead of available to customers on only one particular e-commerce platform. So, which of the statement above is are incorrect? Now, here you have to find out incorrect statement. So, dear aspirants, the incorrect statement is 1. Yes, wonderful, great, great Ritik Sharma. A is the answer. A is the answer. Yes, is Prihaji. The Department for Promotion of Industry and Internal Trade. Please write it. Please write it. The Department for Promotion of Industry and Internal Trade. DPIIT. DPIIT announced an open network for digital commerce. So, dear aspirants, okay, so please note it down, open network for digital commerce. Now, the next question, and this question relates CTFS regarding ultraviolet radiation, UV radiation. UVC radiation can be used to disinfect the air and also in water treatment. Second statement, UVA rays can penetrate the middle layer of human skin and can cause aging of skin cells and damage the cell's DNA. Which of the statement above is are correct? A one only, B two only, C both one and two, and D neither one nor two. So, dear aspirants, 1 2 is the call given by Isprihaji. Yes, this is correct. Wonderful, wonderful. Ritik Sharma, Parsuram ji, everybody is correct. UVC radiation. Okay, this question talks about two types of radiation, UVA and UVC. UVC radiation can be caused to disinfect the air and also in water treatment. UVA rays can penetrate the middle layer of human skin and can cause aging of skin cells and damage the cell's DNA. Dear aspirants, you have rightly answered this question, and this is really wonderful. I like it. Now, some questions very important, because you all know that I used to bring before you such most important questions which are really expected. Okay, and and most important, I should say. So let us see some more questions. Yes, the term bedrock of the Constitution, the term bedrock of the Constitution, often mentioned in the judicial interpretation of Indian constitutional provision, refers to A. Fundamental rights, B. Article 32 of Indian Constitution, C. DPSP, and D. Preamble. What should be the answer? Ritik Sharma is telling C. Isprihaji is correct. Fundamental rights. Okay. Isprihaji, all wishes to you. Okay, you have to succeed. So, and almost all aspirants, they have to succeed, because Isprihaji is the aspirant, is the examinee this year's prelims examination. Parasuram Kumarji, yes, fundamental rights. The term bedrock of the Constitution, please write it. Bedrock. I don't find Mr. Sumit Tiwari, though he told me good evening. Okay. Fundamental rights. So, bedrock of the Constitution, okay, often mentioned in the judicial interpretation of Indian constitutional provision, refers to FR, fundamental rights. Dear aspirants, you have rightly answered this question. Now, which of the following best describes the term climate forcing? Please write it. Climate forcing, sometimes mentioned in the news. So this question is also ABCD type of question. A, it is physical process of affecting the climate on the earth. B, It is human capacity to alter the climate through anthropogenic activities. C, it is the amount of resources that humans together consume per year to force the change on the earth. And D, natural disasters caused due to changes in climatic conditions. So, out of these four options, Ispriya ji has selected C, Ritik Sharma has selected B, but the answer is A. It is physical process of affecting the climate on earth. Please write it. A is the answer. Okay, climate forcing. This was published in the Hindu. Climate forcing. So what does it mean? Okay, so it relates to physical process of affecting the climate on earth. Please write it. Physical process of affecting the climate on the earth. Now a question from history segment, dear aspirants. CTFS about Nehru Report Committee of 1928. 1928. Dear aspirants, please concentrate. The committee recommended joint electorate for all, including Muslims, but with reservation of seats where they were in minority. The committee members included the members of Indian Liberal Party. The committee recommended complete dissociation of a state from religion. So this way, these are the three statements. Now you have to select the correct statement. A12, B23, C13, and D123. So what should be the answer to this question? This is a question from history segment. 1, 2, 3 is the correct answer. Okay, all the statements are correct. Nehru Report Committee of 1928. The committee recommended a joint electorate for all, including Muslims, but with reservation of seats where they were in minority. Now, the second, the committee members included the members of Indian Liberal Party. And the third statement, the committee recommended complete dissociation of a state from religion. Dear aspirants, this way you have strengthened your knowledge. Okay. Now, please concentrate. With reference to wells, now a question from environment segment. With reference to wells, consider the following statement, and we have three statements. They are marine mammals that are herbivorous in nature. Second statement, they enhance primary productivity and carbon sequestration of the oceans. The third statement, Indian Ocean Whale Sanctuary is the only marine protected area recognized by the International Whaling Commission. Which of the statement given above is are correct? A113, B2, C3, and D123. So what should be the answer to this question? Dear aspirants, in this, Somu Jha is A, okay, Ritik Sharma is B, And 1, 2, 3 is the answer of Sprihaji. But here, the correct statement is 2 only. First and second, herbivorous, not correct. Okay. Then Indian Ocean Whale Sanctuary is the only marine protected area. This statement is also not correct. They enhance primary productivity and carbon sequestration of the oceans. This statement is correct. So, please, the answer is B, 2 only. The answer is B, 2 only. Now here a question from geography map segment. Dear aspirants, if you want to travel from Leh to Puducherry, okay, via road route, how many least possible states that you can pass through, excluding origin and destination? Excluding origin and destination. So, Leh means Ladakh and Puducherry, both the UTs should be excluded. So, how many states possible? Please, A4, B5, C6, and D7. So, what should be the answer? If you want to travel from Leh to Puducherry, both union territory, okay, via road route, how many least possible states that you can pass through, excluding origin and destination? A4, B5, C6, and D7. A is the correct answer. 4 states. A is the correct answer. Very good. Very good. Very good. Now a question from history segment. Which of the following bhakti movement, okay, just like genome, okay, DNA sequencing, 3D printing, okay, these are the favorite subjects. So in history segment, Jainism, Buddhism, Bhakti, Sufism, okay, Silsila, these are the favorite topics of UPSC. So which of the following Bhakti movement personality worked at the household of Namdev and wrote over 300 poems focusing on domestic chorus? A. Akkam Devi, B. Bahina Bai, C. Jana Bai, and D. Meera Bai. So what should be the answer? इसका उत्तर क्या होगा? नामदेव के साथ रह करके 300 कविताएं. स्प्रिया जी is telling A, Ritik Sharma is telling A, but the answer is C, Jana Bai. Janabai. Please write Jana Bai. Please write. Okay. So, she worked with Namdev and wrote over 300 poems focusing on domestic chorus. And pair matching, this is also one of the favorite areas of UPSC. Consider the following pairs: movement and leader. Devband movement, Sir Syed Ahmad Khan. Aligarh movement, Rashid Ahmad Ganguly. भारतीय विद्या भवन, के एम मुंशी। अब आपको बताना है कि कौन सही मैच है, A13, B12, C3 only एंड D123। अब इसमें भारतीय विद्या भवन, के एम मुंशी, केवल यही सही मैच है। ओके, और दोनों का मैच गलत है। तो इस तरह से मैचिंग पर भी क्वेश्चन, यस प्रिया जी करेक्ट, मैच रिलेटेड क्वेश्चन भी आता है। ओके, सो अब एक काफी इंपॉर्टेंट क्वेश्चन आपको बताते हैं जो करंट अफेयर से रिलेटेड है और इन्वायरमेंट से भी रिलेटेड है। वो क्या है, एक इंडिया का नेशनल पार्क है जो ट्रांस काराकोरम पीस पार्क पाकिस्तान के साथ बनाने का प्रपोजल है। ओके, सुन लिया, ट्रांस काराकोरम पीस पार्क, प्लीज नोट इट डाउन, ट्रांस काराकोरम पीस पार्क विथ पाकिस्तान। आपको बताना है कि उसका नाम क्या है। ए, फिब्सू वाइल्ड लाइफ सेंचुरी, फिब्सू, PHIBSOO। बी, किश्तवाड़ नेशनल पार्क। सी, वैली ऑफ फ्लावर्स नेशनल पार्क। और डी, काजीनाग, काजी, KAZINAG, काजीनाग नेशनल पार्क। Dear aspirants, which of the following Indian national park form part of a proposal for a Trans-Karakoram peace park with Pakistan? B is the answer given by Spriya ji or Ritik Sharma, but the answer is D. नोट कर लीजिए, काजी नाग नेशनल पार्क, KAZINAG। ये नेशनल पार्क है जो ट्रांस काराकोरम पीस पार्क भी कहा जा रहा है विथ पाकिस्तान। सो डियर एस्पिरेंट्स, ये करंट और इन्वायरमेंट दोनों को टच कर रहा है, इसीलिए मैंने आपके पास इसको प्रस्तुत किया। सो दिस इज वेरी वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट। नाउ एक इंडेक्स हो जाए, ये भी तो फेवरेट है, ग्लोबल ह्यूमन फुटप्रिंट, FOOT, ग्लोबल ह्यूमन फुटप्रिंट इंडेक्स सूचकांक इज प्रिपेयर्ड बाय which of the following? A, Wildlife Conservation Society. B, World Wildlife Forum. C, United Nations Environment Program, UNEP. And D, Conservation International. So what should be the answer to this MCQ, dear aspirants? क्या उत्तर होगा? ग्लोबल ह्यूमन फुटप्रिंट इंडेक्स ये किसके द्वारा निकाला जाता है, किसके द्वारा प्रिपेयर्ड किया जाता है? ग्लोबल ह्यूमन फुटप्रिंट इंडेक्स। Spriya ji is telling C or D, but the answer is A, Wildlife Conservation Society. नोट कीजिए, ग्लोबल ह्यूमन फुटप्रिंट इंडेक्स। आपने लिख लिया, ग्लोबल ह्यूमन फुटप्रिंट इंडेक्स, नोटेड। वेरी गुड स्प्रिया जी, वेरी गुड वेरी गुड। अब एक कमीशन आया था 1875 में, 1875, उसका नाम था फर्गूसन कमीशन, फर्गूसन, FERGUSSAN। अब बताना है कि ये किस चीज का कमीशन था। ए, रेवेन्यू पॉलिसी रिव्यू, रेवेन्यू पॉलिसी रिव्यू इन जमींदारी एरियाज। बी, एजुकेशन रिफॉर्म इन सेकेंडरी स्कूल्स। सी, military reforms in border areas. Or D, labor reforms. Dear aspirants, you have to find out the correct answer. Okay, ये फर्गूसन कमीशन 1875 का किससे संबंधित था? ए इज द कॉल गिवन बाय स्प्रिया जी, और यहां उत्तर है डी। प्लीज राइट लेबर रिफॉर्म्स। लेबर रिफॉर्म से रिलेटेड था फर्गूसन कमीशन ऑफ 1875। डियर एस्पिरेंट्स, almost all questions which I have discussed today are very, very important. Tomorrow at the same time, I will bring before you some more interesting, expected, important questions. All MCQ. Dear aspirants, please prepare well and CSA सिविल सर्विसेज एकेडमी देवघर का नाम रोशन करें। आप सभी पे मेरी आस्था है, मेरा विश्वास है। कड़ी मेहनत आप भी कर रहे हैं, कड़ी मेहनत मैं भी कर रहा हूं। ऑनलाइन क्लास हो, ऑफलाइन क्लास हो, हम लोग कोई कसर नहीं छोड़ रहे हैं और इसे सफलता प्राप्ति तक कामयाब रखना है। मेरा पूरा भरोसा, पूरा विश्वास, पूरी आस्था। आप सभी को हृदय की गहराइयों से मेरी शुभकामना। अपने को बचा के रखें। कोविड-19 पुनः धमक देने वाला है, तो फिर मास्क, सैनिटाइजर इसका साथ हो। शादी विवाह का काफी धूम धड़ाका चल रहा है। मुझे भी कई जगहों से निमंत्रण आते हैं, लेकिन नमस्ते, कहीं नहीं जाना। आप अपनी तैयारी करें, कहीं नहीं जाएं। शादी विवाह में जो हमारी संस्कृति है, बड़े पैमाने पर भोज, लेकिन वो प्रदूषित भोज। मैं कुछ बुरी भावना से नहीं कह रहा, किंतु सच तो यही है। बहुत से लोग बीमार हो जाते हैं। आप यूपीएससी की तैयारी कर रहे हैं, आपको अपने को बचा के रखना है। डियर एस्पिरेंट्स, बहुत से हादसे भी होते हैं, तो इसलिए आप इंडोर रहें, तैयारी करते रहें। जून 5 बिल्कुल बिल्कुल आ गया, ऐसा सोचें। रिवीजन करें, मॉक्स लगाएं, तंदुरुस्त रहें और कॉन्फिडेंट रहें। इस बार तो छोड़ना नहीं। इन्हीं शब्दों के साथ लेट मी से गुड नाइट टू ऑल ऑफ यू एंड बाय बाय।